MCPS was once widely regarded as one of the premier school systems in the nation. Today, only 57% of students are proficient in reading, and just 36% are proficient in math. Enrollment has declined from its peak, yet the school budget now stands at roughly $3.6 billion, and calls for additional funding continue. Questions persist. Where is the money coming from? Where is it going? And perhaps most importantly, are taxpayers getting the results they expect? As we head into another election cycle, the debate over transparency, accountability, and confidence in our public schools is only intensifying. Mark, if MCPS has a $3.6 billion budget and student outcomes remain a concern, what's the single biggest thing the school system isn't getting right?
Well, when we first came to Montgomery County, I think the worst or the least performing high school in the county would have stood out anywhere else in the country. That's no longer the case.
Okay.
And we've seen a decline across the board. So if you think of residents and taxpayers as being consumers, what we were once getting, we're no longer getting. And the education quality has declined, while costs not just have gone up, but have gone up considerably faster than the rate of income growth or inflation.
What do you think leaders should do?
I think we got to rethink the blueprint, and we've got to reevaluate the notion that simply putting money into the system produces better results. It's interesting, Baltimore City is the school system in Maryland with the most money per pupil, and yet it's the least performing. So this idea that simply spending money is going to produce results is really a flawed analysis. And that's really what our Superintendent Taylor has been promoting, is give me the money and, well, things will get better. That's not working.
Cary, in your opinion, has MCPS lost the public's confidence? And if your answer is yes, what's the single most important step you believe leaders could take to earn it back?
Yeah, it is yes. I mean, we have lost our confidence. I mean, and rightfully so. And in 2018, our budget was $2.5 billion. We had 162,000 students in our system. Today, we've got 156,000. That's a loss of around 6,000, 7,000 students. Yet our budget's increased to $3.6 billion. It's projected in 2032 that our school enrollment population is going to go down to 149,000 students. That's really low. Our budget, though, is projected to go up to $4.5 to $5.2 billion, and this is according to AI. All right, I used AI to look at check those numbers. The fact of the matter is, the school system has mismanaged. They've been negligent, and they're heading in the wrong direction. You've got the General Assembly pulling in one direction with maintenance of effort, meaning that we have to meet or exceed last year's budget no matter what, even with the declining school population. Then you've got, proficiency problems with our school system, and our General Assembly coming and saying, well, we'll create this Kerwin Commission and have all of these wonderful programs that will benefit our students, and their student proficiency rates will go up. But in actuality, they went down. Then that's Mr. Taylor, who comes in with this bright idea. I love these bright ideas, right? He says, well, we're going to totally reorganize the school system and create a regional concept model in Montgomery County, and put all these specialty schools in different parts of the county, rearrange our teachers, centralize all our warehouses. That costs money.
You know what? You just touched on something that we talked about briefly yesterday, and I'd like to hear very quickly, with what time we have left, on the warehouse situation where the MCPS committed to renting out for $3 million a year a warehouse, and then found out that it was going to cost $30 million or more to customize it. And the county is saying, we're not going to give you that money. So now what? I thought that was putting the cart before the horse. What other areas are they doing the same thing? Quickly, Mark, what do you have to say about it?
Well, this is the one size fits all notion that the MCPS is operated under. This idea that everything needs to be uniform and consistent, and somehow there's that's more efficient. Frequently, that's not the case. Students learn differently. They need to have a variety of alternatives, and the Taylor model, the MCPS model, is to be simply uniform across the board, and that's the philosophy behind having a single warehouse.
And Cary, just briefly, we have about 10 seconds left here. What are your thoughts?
The bottom line is mismanagement, waste of spending. It's riddled in our school system. Don't forget the buses. We leased all those buses, right? We lost over $5 million there. Then we had to spend, buy 90 diesel buses. That's the irony here.
What a boondoggle.
It's just a constant. And then there's the Beetleman lawsuit. There was a rape in Montgomery Village. There was
We're going to have to move on to the next topic.
It's just insanity.
Thank you. I know it is insanity. Our final tipping point discussion involves taxes, trust, and public confidence.